If you've seen the last recording, live sessions recording, then this class is about copywriting. Do you guys have any idea what copywriting means or what it is?
I'm not sure. I think it is written for a brand to promote their product or something.
Yeah, copywriting is the format of writing where you advertise, where you sell. And that is what we'll be understanding today, how copywriting works, some examples of it. And I will just share my screen. One thing you guys don't get in or put in the efforts for is, you guys know, right, what I'm going to talk about?
कैमरा ऑन करना.
Camera.
It's nice to be predictable at times. Hey, what's your name? I forgot. Yeah.
Naina.
Oh yeah. Oh, now I have a face to relate. No, Naina. Arey, you live in Delhi only. Manali is not that far. Come on, matlab.
I've been to Manali.
एक ये जवानी है दीवानी तो ऐसे रिक्रिएट कर सकते हैं. डॉक्टरी कर रही हो क्या तुम भी, पीसीबी?
नहीं, PCM I'm planning to take.
अच्छा, प्लानिंग ना हो सकता है, अभी भी पीसीबी हो सकता है.
एक चीज, ये जवानी थर्ड को वापस से रिलीज हो रही है. यस.
हम तो रियल लाइफ बना रहे हैं. ये क्या है, ये पुरानी हो गई है अभी. डेवलप डेवलप भी नहीं करना पड़ा, नैना कैरेक्टर हमारे सामने है. Nice. So great, Nana. Out of three, you are the one I like, and I appreciate that effort.
Thank you.
Perfect. So we start directly with our session. Hey, now Ananya comes in. What's up? There are three major differences for copywriting and content writing. So here, when I'm saying content writing, this content writing has blogs, articles, case studies, white papers. These formats of writing are right now uh, put in one word, and we are denoting all of them as content writing. And we are treating copywriting as different entity altogether. So there are three major differences that I have shared here. The first is content writing, where we write articles, blogs, white paper, newsletters. These are all information driven, and they are in a way that is easy for people to understand, evaluate, and then consume it and add into their directory of facts or informations. Whereas in copywriting, it also has information, but all of these informations are used to persuade the minds of audience, behaviors of audience, and the hearts of audience. So when I say, 177 people, 177 casualties were there in the recent South Korean airlines because of these failures, and this happened, that happened, this committee is doing this, and this committee is doing that. This becomes a blog. If I have to create an awareness from Boeing or from an airline's perspective to show how safety is being flowed in their administration, they could have said, or they could have written it in this way, that for us 177 lives matter. Won't you agree? This actually captures your attention. This persuade the mind, and then you start with your content. So it becomes the head where the information is actually going in for the people, and also it becomes the shoulder wherein you are actually making people stop, you grab their attention, and then you look forward to having them engaged into further conversations. So there is a slight difference in how the ad started with the same information and how the blog started with the same information, right? The persuasion matters the most in ad. This same headline can be used in the blogs as well, but the blog's purpose will not be to sell things at the end of the day. It will be to make people inform, aware about something. So when you persuade the minds of people, what 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 I trying to do is getting them hyped up. If you all know about electrons, protons, and neutrons, we all know.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Nana, I believe yes.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Yeah. So once we have made that electron come out of that stable bond, what the electron, what state is an electron? That is called excited state. It is active now. It is very active. So now we have taken the attention of electron by having a greater energy. So the electron leaves that bond and comes to you for bonding. Take that analogy, for example, to understand copywriting. You persuaded the mind of people, you created the hype in them, you could grab their attention, and now you want them to come to you so that they leave out their work, they leave out the important stuff from their time, maybe, or they make room for you at the end of the day to try this experience, to have certain services for themselves, to relax, to enjoy, maybe, or something in that sort. That is what the second objective of copywriting is, to directly sell. When I constantly provide information, information, and I'm building more reputation of my brand in the market, that process builds loyalty in my customer base, where I'm not selling to them and they know I'm not selling to them. I'm just presenting the right kind of information to the people in the most authentic and easy to understand manner. That develops the brand loyalty. So that the second thing that copywriting does is, by persuasion we directly sell, and content writing, by providing information, we build the loyalty amongst our customer base. Perfect. The third is technical difference, I would say. In content writing, you'll have to do SEO, where you talk about H1, H2, meta description, you talk about keyword stuffing, primary, secondary. In copywriting, you don't have to talk about all of these things. You don't have to worry about this thing. You have to worry about human psychology optimization. You then need to understand, how can I make this person go wow, or go from oh to oh. You basically work on that skill. What kind of things are going out, what kind of reaction people are having on that thing? Is it something good, something bad, is it neutral? What is my target group actually consuming? So you go out. That's why I said, until and unless you post 50, 100 content pieces, you'll not have audiences. When you've put out content, there will be audiences on some content. There might be some content which will have more shares, some will have more comments, others will not even perform as good as other posts, but it will have more intellectual DMs. So you'll have a conversation over there. All of these things come together into your strategy, and then you drive sales with that. So after you've given out 50, 60 pieces of content, you now get to know that, okay, this is something they relate to, and now the brand integration needs to be done. And then you start selling in that. If you've seen, there is a meme marketing in which through memes people sell the services. That is also a way where you drive sales, or that is how you can more get more leads. Copywriting is that format of writing which gets you business, whereas content writing is important. Why? To make people stay there. Some people who are actually recent buyers or consumers might first want to go onto your website and understand what kind of things you do, what is your belief and all. So for them, blogs and articles are important. Moving forward, there are four things we should be very tight with our copywriting practice. First is we should convey personalized tone. I've been talking about Zomato throughout the course, and Zomato never fails on conveying a personal tone to you. Zomato might be talking to masses, but they come up with such topics that is relevant to their target audience. So, to get personal with a person, it can be the topics, the interests they have, the kind of tone they talk in. Or if you have posted a lot of content, then you see what kind of audience is actually picking up on your follower list. And then you see what kind of comments they are putting out. And on the basis of those comments, you drive what kind of POV a person can have. So these are few ways that you can drive the personal tone to your content. Second, the aim, again, that I shared earlier, is to advertise stuff. The main aim for copywriting is to advertise stuff and to run marketing campaigns. So, marketing campaigns are majorly, few, if I have to give an example, when the IPL comes, there are a lot of different ads from cricketers, from different brands that come into your TV, on social media platforms, and on billboards and on the screens of match, right? Where the score is being played, they also play ads over there. So the diversification of a common thought into different categories is what is called marketing campaign. It has one objective, let's say, to make people aware about new car, and then they will drive different marketing campaigns out of it. On social media it will be a different way, on TV it will be different, on billboards it will be different. If they're spreading out the leaflets, it will be altogether a different thing. That is what a marketing campaign is. And as you were talking about this, we all now know that we only stick to some content pieces, we only share a few of them, and very little of them get our comments. All of this because the audience attention means a lot of thing to us. This will also come to you when you start writing a lot of content. And to get the attention, you cannot make false claims. You should not do this thing, because this will have an inverse effect on the sales of the company. So you're doing copywriting to get more sales, but if you make false claims to get audience attention, you will have the attention but the sales will be dropped, which we don't want. नहीं तो हमारी सैलरीज और स्टाइपेंड्स कहाँ से आएंगे अगर सेल्स गिर गई तो. Perfect. These are two examples. You see, on the right, the car ad is Volkswagen ad, and this is a paper ad. This is a paper ad and this is a social media ad. So when you see this paper ad, I'll just zoom in for you guys. This has, for the major share, major part of the ad is basically 75% space is blank and there is a small car on it. And to support it, they have given a headline, think small. Where the people are talking about go big, go home, go max, go all in. And they are like think small. And they start on by saying our life isn't so much of a novelty anymore. A couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze inside it. The guy at the gas station don't ask where the gas goes. Nobody even stares at our our Shopee. In fact, some people who drive our little Fleur don't even think 32 miles to the gallon is going any great guns. Or using 5 pins of oil instead of 5 quarters. Or never needing antifreeze. Or rocking up to 40,000 miles on a set of tires. They have established a sort of problem for people. Our car isn't so much of a novelty, yeah, now. Come on. Now, a couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze inside. This shows how spacious the car is. The guy at the gas station doesn't even ask where the gas goes. Nobody even stares at a little Shopee, at our Shopee. Sorry. This makes that how good looking it is. Then they say, in fact, some people who drive our little Fleur don't even think 32 miles to the gallon is going any great guns. This is the average that they have set up, the car average the car gives. The 5 pence of oil instead of 5 quarters. So that makes the low consumption of oil. It doesn't need any antifreeze. They have written all the specifications of this particular ad of their car, and now they justify it. That is because once you get used to some of our economies, you don't even think about them anymore, except when you squeeze into a small parking spot, renew a small insurance, pay a small repair bill, or trade in your old Volkswagen for a new one. Think it over. Think it over is a call to action, and above it is basically speaking out the benefits of having a car, Volkswagen car, which is small. This is how you persuade the mind of people. Then you see what people want, you write that, and then you make certain tweaks and have a call to action in it. You have to tell people that you want them to subscribe the news channel, or do you want them to uh, share the video. You have to tell people, because at the end of the day they are very tired to think of it by themselves. They'll only share memes that they find relatable to, or usme bhi आलस आती है. You have to tell them that, share it. Yeah, come on. On the left, when we are talking about social media, is an example of the social media copy. Bad days happen, at least the stuff will be dry. Grabbing the attention with an emotion is the intention here. Bad days happen, at least the stuff will be dry. Now, grabbing the attention through an emotion, and then they are plugging in the problem that they are solving. They're not branding right now. They're not saying buy our bag to save your stuff from heavy rains and all. They are stating the benefit, and they're stating an emotion, a, a human emotion. And also, graphically, if you see, there is a girl standing with a bag, and behind her is the situation, that is rains. So it pretty much covers the entire idea of what the writer wants to say. Now, to write these kind of things, there are four corners, I would say, to this copywriting ring where you start sparring. First is you put in the efforts to convey the benefits to your audience. You put in your time, your energy. You go out, talk to people, you go out, search on internet, you put in the efforts, you find the facts, you authenticate the facts. Are they true, are they not? What is the source? And after gathering all of this data, this insight, you start writing or framing your copy. When you start framing a copy, you can either start by writing a headline, or you can start by writing the copy, the main body copy. But whenever you write a headline, you need to make a headline crisp and compelling. Your headline cannot be the copy. It should be just um, a point where they're grabbed, they're hooked to your particular content, which makes them intrigued, which creates curiosity for them in them to read your content. And when the curiosity is driven in the minds of the target audience, it is a phenomena which you've achieved is great success. But on the other hand, it is called to bounding the readers by their choice. You make them understand that, this is your choice that you want to read. I've just chosen good words to put in the efforts and make you more focused on the content or your benefits. At the end, you need to focus on reversing the risk. At times, what happens is when we write a copy is basically our brainchild, and we get very possessive for our child. We fight to the lengths and breadths to save it. But at the end of the day, you need to understand, does your copy hurts an emotion of the readers? Is it offending some thoughts, or is it heavily contradicting some thoughts? When it comes to a brand, you cannot go completely contradictory or completely wrong or completely offensive, because it will directly affect the sales. So when you're writing anything, you need to recheck, make people read it, take different opinions on it at times. But you can find another ways as well to focus uh, the risk reversal part, because that is important. Anything that you want to ask up to this point? देखो कैमरा खोलने से कितना आसान हो जाता है, यूं हिलाया पता लग गया मेरे को. That is what is copywriting. So whatever you write, the Instagram captions you see a lot of times, Instagram posts, email notifications, newsletters, email subjects, the paper ads, the pamphlets that you receive, the billboards that you see, the jingles that you listen to from ads, these are all part of copywriting. When we talk about jingles, because this is the end of copywriting session, when we talk about jingles, I want to show you one such ad which was created a long time ago, but it created such a buzz that people made its own version of this particular ad. I'll show you the ad. I'm watching the ad before watching the ad. Wow, what an inception. Yeah, here it is. Share with perfect. Everybody can see the screen.
Set fire to your hair, poke a stick at a grizzly bear. medicine that's out of date. Use your private parts as piranha bait. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Get your toast out with a fork. Do your own electrical work. Teach yourself how to fly. Eat a 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Invite a psycho killer inside. Scratch a drug dealer's brand new ride. Take your helmet off in outer space. Use a clothes dryer as a hiding place. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Keep a rattlesnake as a pet. Sell both your kidneys on the internet. Eat a tube of super glue. I wonder what's this red button do? Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dress up like a moose during hunting season. Disturb a nest of wasps for no good reason. Stand on the edge of a train station platform. Drive around the room.
Can you guess what this ad is about?
Run across the tracks between the platforms. They may not rhyme, but they
Any guesses? We are almost about.
I think this is a game, right?
This is later on developed as a game. No idea.
Anything medical related?
To save you from medical bills, yeah. So then watch it for yourself.
quite possibly dumbest ways to die. Dumbest ways to die. Dumbest ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Be safe around trains. A message from Metro.
Now, do you get it? It's an ad by Metro, Melbourne Metro, if I'm not wrong. They caught up a problem. People are dumb when it comes to be around train, around stations. This caught this thing. That is what human psychological trait is, let's say. They're just casually hanging around the stations. They caught this idea and then they developed it. So this I use as a case study in my copywriting sessions. That is the pro workshop. But they developed the idea, that okay, this is some aspect that people actually don't care about. They're just dumb. And then they thought, okay, dumb is a great idea. What different things can evolve out of this thing? It's that dumb ways to die. I mean, should die glorious. You think you read of deaths, let's say, when you read poetic expressions of martyrs, let's say, when you read poetic expressions of lovers, you see a death, that's very painful. But then you see people are remembering them because of that. You see the freedom fighters. And then there are people who just died because they were not careful at the edge of the train station. which they could see from 5 kilometers away coming. And that's dumb. And then they developed, right? Doing your own electrical work is another dumb way to. I mean, spend some money. Don't die out of your something mistake because you joined the neutral wire and the live wire, and then boom, it's not just you. Everyone is with you now. Do you want to watch another ad? Perfect. So I'll just share this tab.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, and drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
Ad. What a great ad. This ad was made with an investment of $4,000, but it gave them almost 100 or 500x results. It is straight, it is very clever, and investors loved it because the idea was good. Is $20 may you're getting one shaving kit, and that too you'll have to go and buy at the shopping mall. You have to go bill it. इतनी लंबी लाइन फिर एक चीज तो लेने जाओगे नहीं. You'll buy something else. So, oh my God, such a great mess. And just skip it. No, get the subscription of Dollar Shave Club. They'll ship subscription wise to you on monthly or weekly basis, whatever. Just for $1, one shaving blade you're getting. But when this idea was put together in this way, what great impression does it make on people? वो 1.5 minute का ad था. Did you guys feel it was 1.5 minute long? More than an average real time we just saw एकदम. तो अब थोड़ी सी काम की बात पे भी आ जाते हैं. पोर्टफोलियो अपन ये सब देख के बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. इसको आप बनाएंगे, आप लिखेंगे, और आप जब ट्राई करना शुरू करेंगे उसके बाद आप पोर्टफोलियो या उसके साथ आप पोर्टफोलियो भी बना पाएंगे, राइट? That is how you'll get some internships first and then maybe a job role or freelance projects. तो ये बहुत important है. We will cover all of these things. मैं मोटा मोटा बता सकता हूँ, but this is for the people who are not in the live. So portfolio is a document which collectively encompasses your skills, the proof of your work, and your accomplishments throughout the journey that you've started growing or evolving as a individual, as a brand, or as a personal brand. That is why a portfolio is very important. At times it needs to be descriptive, it needs to have some visual, it needs to have some data, that whatever your writing piece has proven the results, given the results for the company, that needs to be there, which attracts the people who are hiring or looking out for you, and makes it stand out and a priority for them. You can go to Canva. I think I did not wanted to make it a very heavy thing. Go on Canva, use search for portfolio, there will be free designs. Just use one of them and start making it up. What you need to involve in all of these things are these four ways. There are four ways to make it. This is one, two, three, four. You can randomly go to anyone in your area, your vicinity, and ask the people who live next to you, maybe, or who are relative. You can pitch the relatives, get their business as a content writer. You can write blogs for them on their websites, or you can write articles for them to be posted on LinkedIn company page, let's say, for them. You can pitch in the nearby cafes and ask them that, you can manage their social media. You can write stories, you can write captions, copy pieces for their Instagram posts. You can write content for their promotional pamphlets as well. Give them 7 8 days free trial. If they like your work, they'll give you more work. And if they don't like the work, you'll have 8 days of content pieces to be put up in your portfolio. And you will also have a brand logo with it, so that people know that actually you did work for some brand. It was not just imaginary brand that you worked for. And then second is start something of your own. You can make your Instagram account just a random professional page or hobby related page, and you start writing content on it. It can be free blog sites as well, blog wala, uh, WordPress, SEMrush, and Hootsuite. These are few platforms which give you good free hosting for bloggings. So you can go and try it out. And when you write all of these things, again, it will be added to your portfolio. It will show your creativity. It will show that how, when you're given, free space, how you make the use of that space, how you utilize it. Third is create random work samples for companies. This is called spec ads in copywriting. You make spec ads where you take in a brand, you take one of its specifications, maybe its feature, and you write an ad for them. It can be small social media ad. You can write email subjects for them. You can write email app notifications for them. These are all different ways. You just take a brand and you write about them, and maybe mail it to them 1,000 times, post it on Twitter or LinkedIn by tagging them, and see how well do they respond. That will be one thing. Fourth is create random posts on Canva brand path. I'm in a ye session मैं करता हूँ call. Anything urgent? Perfect. So random Instagram posts you can create on Canva related to any brand or every brand. If you want to create design something or not, you can write captions either. Maybe you can take up a brand and just pick a brand, see how good they are writing the captions. Is it good or is it not? And on the basis of that, maybe you can write a sample caption and give it to them. This is, and you can go on Canva, put up a screenshot of their caption. You can point out 2 3 things that should be reworked on, and on the side of it you can give your revised edition of it. These are different ways that you collect the work samples for your own portfolio. So when you make portfolio, now that you've got a lot of different sample pieces, and now you're starting to build your portfolio, these few things come into it. इतने सारे हेडिंग्स अपने लिए नहीं आएंगे, डोंट वरी, कुछ कुछ ही लेंगे अपन, मेजर मेजर चीजें, major चीजें for content writers, I mean. So you'll for sure have about me section. You need to talk about what skills you have. This is my service for freelancers, but you can also write my skills here. If you have any testimonial, then it's okay. Otherwise, this is important, work samples. You need to give out the screenshots of your work samples, links to your work samples. And if you have any samples, like we talked about the spec ads, if you have any spec ads, if you have any email notification, email subjects that we have got written, or app notifications that you have written, you can add on all of these in your portfolio. You can also write any other skills that you have, but mention the certification that you have, because this will build your credibility. This will show that okay, you have learned and now you are practicing it. It is not something out of blues that you've just started out of the air, and impression that is going on in the market that it is very easy and you've started. No, this shows that how serious you are. But the major mistake is people leave out on the contact me page. You need to add either your phone number, your email address, your Instagram ID, something. How can the person who likes your work can approach to you? So give something for to them on which you are active. If you reply to emails more often, please give them that email address. If you don't reply on email addresses, Instagram is fine, then Instagram, not Instagram, then Snapchat. But Snapchat becomes more casual. So either LinkedIn and email, I would say between any of these two things. If you can give phone numbers, that is the best. These are few portfolio samples that I'll share with you. Can have a run. We will have quick look. See, she started from about me. This is the cover page where she has mentioned what all things you will read in the coming portfolio: about, experience, service, contact. This is a brief introduction, direct introduction. And you see, this is a problem and at the same time capturing the attention. Struggling to increase your presence on social media. So you know what role are you looking for? And then she goes on, introduces herself, she shows the experience, and then she shows the samples that she's written for blogs. Again, experience that she's showing, this email service sample, then the certificate, of course, this builds the credibility. Then the experience that she's got from her internship. And then at last, pointing out again what services are your core services, what skills you have, which core skill are you working on, and then leaving out with the contact details and socials. These are two. This is one. This is another sample for the same. About me. And then now she has gone a little quirky here. मैं कौन हूँ? And she's written all of these things. She's written her skill, services she offer, काम शाम कर लेती हूँ. And she's given her sample work. This is a content calendar. Content calendar, by definition, is a calendar on which you mark dates and content formats with captions, what will be going on these dates and what will be going on the other dates. That is what content calendar means. This is some proof of work, this Instagram feed that she made. Again, some Instagram screenshots, some more work. Then her experience. If you have a lot of experience, you can add a lot of experience. This makes sense and makes people more inclined towards you. And again, she's sh- going on to share more experiences. And she also talks about her individual efforts and different activities, co-curricular activities that she's in. See what other things she's doing. And with this, she ends achievements. She has this contact page slide, but it was not a lot of space here. But she shares her personal life as well here a little bit through this achievement space and through her experiences. The last is Ayushi's a digital marketer. I'll just run it through so you get an idea what it is. This about me section that was about me. This is services that she offer, primary service. Then her work samples. This is ad poster. This is standee design. This is social media page. This is a content calendar again. You see, this is post. These are topics, dates, time of post. Oh, type of post. Sorry, this is story, reels, post. Then copy, caption copy, image copy, reference, caption. This is how a content calendar is made internally in an agency. This is caption, this is image copy, these are different types of posts. These are story designs that she made. Some more designs. She is giving a lot of designs because she writes, but she's a digital marketer. She has given some services of, you see, she's mentioned poster designs, reels, posts, business card, invites, and brochures. That's why she has added these designs, um, work samples. You see, engagements that she got to her client. This builds authenticity. Actually, she's showing how people are actually engaging. And then certifications. She has done a lot of certifications, so she have added every other certification that she has. I hope that clears a lot of things for you to on how to make a portfolio. It does, right?
Yes.
Anything that you want to ask additionally? You want to ask something, Srijan? You had that look on your face, that's why I just asked. Whew.
You, if possible, send this PDF so that I can look एक बार इसको on how to
This
make the
live
portfolio.
session will be there. It's
Oh
better
yes,
than,
I just saw
live session recorded. You can go
that.
back and actually listen to the explanation of it as well.
Right.
Perfect. So before leaving, I'll just say to become a good content writer, you should also start asking questions. Don't think is it a lame question or a great question or a right question. Start asking questions. That's how you will develop the skill of getting more insights on how people are talking, what kind of language they prefer when it's very personal conversation, what type of um tonality are they setting when it's a education or career related thing, when it is a business thing, or it is life motivational something. So talk to a lot of people, ask a lot of questions, and yeah, I don't think a question is a right or wrong question. At the end of the day, you are having your own food to eat. own family to be with and your own bed to make. कोई आ नहीं रहा है आपके लिए तो आप किसी के लिए मत सोचो, पहले आप अपना नॉलेज बढ़ाओ, फिर सबके लिए अपन लोग हाथ बढ़ाएंगे. With that said, this is